Hello, darlings. Happy Friday to all of you gorgeous buggers out there, and welcome to a speed build. Welcome to 11 Britechester Square. Yes, you can see I'm building it in the world of Britechester. I know, shocking. We started off on this lot, and then I realized I wanted to go a bit smaller with the lot. You can see I used 2 of the house shells from the university pack that you do find in the live edit section of the Sims 4 catalogue. If you want to get that easier, go and download the mod from Twisted Mexi called Better Build and Buy, and you'll be able to find those shells. Yes, we're here. This is a very tiny speed build today. I did have another speed build that I was planning on releasing today, but it's just not finished. It's not finished, and I started this one about a week ago, and I thought, you know what? Let's just finish this one up and get this one out instead. So this is not the speed build I was planning on bringing out, but it's still a speed build nonetheless. Yes, it is. I'm using some sexy custom content today as well, which I will make sure to link on Monday. So this will be up on the gallery with all CC linked on Monday. I just haven't had the time to do it today. I've got too much to do to be able to get all of that linked and whatnot. And also I know I've got like several builds I still need to get up on the gallery. Don't worry, they are coming. But as I said, I've just been uber busy this week, and I've just had a stressful week, loves. I really have. So I'm hoping that next week is going to be so much better, because I just can't deal with it. Cannot deal with it. But what is 11 Britechester Square, you might say? And what it is, it's a 1-bedroom, semi-industrial looking house. It's kind of done in a mews style house. If you are unsure on what a mews style house is, it's like they're usually like behind other houses. I'm not sure at the history of what a mews house is. You'd have to go and check that on Google or what have you. I should have done that before I started this, but I didn't. And I found an image on Pinterest and I thought, oh, that's really pretty. So I decided to do my own kind of replica of it in The Sims, and this is what I came up with. It's really cute. It's really nice on the inside as well. We concentrate a lot on the interiors today, using, as I said, lots of custom content from several creators, mainly the ones that I always use: Harry and Felixander, Pierre Sims, and Peacemaker. I use the majority of those 3 creators in this, and it allowed me to use Pierre Sims' new office pack that I think is still on Patreon at the minute. It's not out for public release just yet, but it was gorgeous and I love it. I really liked how this came out. It's a tiny little build as well. It's got a kitchen, living, dining area downstairs with a little art studio in the window, which that came a bit later on, but we'll talk about that later. Now this bit here, in my head, this would be like a garage door that you could fold up. You could like fold it upwards, and it would kind of fold up into kind of a zigzag, if you know what I mean. Those kind of garage doors. So you could open this house out into the elements at the front. And I really liked that. I really liked that vibe. So that's what I went with here, darlings. Yes, I did. Literally cannot wait for this weekend. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to just chill out this weekend. And I'm going to do that thoroughly, apart from on the Sunday. I always go for a nice big flop. Well, I was just about to say a floppy walk. A big walk on the Sunday. So that will be happening. But that normally relaxes me anyway, like a big hike. Like afterwards, I just chill out and eat some food in the evening then. What are you guys up to this weekend? I'd be interested to know. As always, let me know down below in the comment box. Yes, indeed. They made use of these arches. These are from Peacemaker, if you're wondering what these are. They're so gorgeous. I really wish Peacemaker would do another version of these, like a different kind of wall detail in this kind of feel. I love using these on industrial builds. And the reason I wanted to do this as well is I've not done an industrial build for quite a while, so I thought, you know what, let's do a little mini cheeky industrial build. I don't know what this could have been before it was a house, especially with a garage door at the front. Maybe it was like a little merchants of some kind. And I was trying to work out where the Pinterest image that I had, where it was, and I couldn't work it out. I couldn't work it out if it was in like America or it was a UK building. It kind of just looked a bit similar to both. Well, it looks like they could be from anywhere, to be honest with you. But yes, that's what I did. That's just what I did. And in the beginning, I had this big sliding door on the back, but I end up getting rid of that sliding door. And I also end up getting rid of those arches at the top of the roof line that are from Peacemaker. We get rid of them as well. They were just, the color was sitting in too weirdly for them. This is the thing that I just put on then. Yeah, it was just looking a little bit weird. So I end up getting rid of that. And we go for a different vibe. But I really like how this looks. I really like how it turned out, especially the interior. The interior is probably my favorite with this place. It really is. It's got a big bedroom as well on the first floor. It's semi-mezzanine. It's got a little area where you can look down into the living room. And it's got a huge big skylight above it as well. And I really, really enjoy how it came out. I really do. Oh, but yeah, I don't think I've ever done a speed build this short in quite a while. I think it's going to be in the under the 20-minute mark. Who am I and what have you done with Aiden? But yeah, that's what it is today. But yeah, these little garage doors here, I would imagine they could open these out into the elements in the front, and just watch the day go by. Watch the day go by. The kitchen is right there in the front as well. I use the Urbane kitchen from Peacemaker. Gorgeous, gorgeous looking, kind of plywood-esque looking kitchen. And I just think it suited this build. So that's what I went ahead and used. I'll try and call out as much custom content as when I'm using it as possible, in case you guys can't wait until Monday and you want to go and download it. So don't worry about that, my darlings. Don't worry about that at all. I'm going to be live on Twitch tonight as well, 7 p.m. GMT, playing through Call of the Sea again. It's a really cool, like, 1930s mystery game that we were playing last Friday, and we all really enjoyed it. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. So if you do want to come along, you can. But if not, don't worry. I will see you on Monday with Let's Build the World. We're going to be back. Yeah, we're going to be starting the mansion build, and I will introduce you to the new family that is going to be moving in there as well. So very exciting stuff. Yes, it is. And this is me now deciding, right, this is where I want to do the art studio. So I end up using a roof piece, and taking up all of the garden, really. I didn't really mind it taking up all of the garden. I was fine with that. Main reasons being, this is kind of like inside outside anyway, the vibes. And then I use that big arch that came with the Star Wars pack. It's this really huge arch that opens up a lot of space, especially when you're using these roof pieces for like a window. So I use that and I really like it. And I end up putting loads of plants in there, a yoga mat, and it just looks great. And a little artist's tabaret with an easel, and it just, yeah, it looks really nice. It really does. So here we are into the interiors now. So this is me kind of mapping out a floor plan. In the beginning, I was trying to use these like industrial beams, and I end up getting rid of them. You'll probably see them, like you'll probably see me using them, but I think I get rid of them off of camera. They were just looking too chunky and they weren't suiting the vibe as such as what I wanted in this place. So yes, that was the end of that, darlings. So yeah, this is the Urbane kitchen from Peacemaker. It is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love the look of this kitchen, and I really wanted to utilize it. I wanted to utilize it in here. I've used a lot of Harry's and Felix's recently, so I was like, I'm going to try a different kitchen. So I went for this one from Peacemaker, and I love the waterfall edge. That fridge is actually from Harry's brownstone collection. It doesn't go with this kitchen, but I thought it suited this place, and I ended up changing the color of the fridge a little bit as well. The brown's a little bit dark there, just to map it in and just blend in with the kitchen a little bit better. I think it worked out in the end. Really did. And everything works as well. This is all player tested, so as soon as this is up on the gallery on Monday, everything will be working, so you don't have to worry about that. And I actually reduced the size of the islands that I'm doing here because it's taking up a lot of space where I wanted to put a little kind of dining and living area. So yeah, we end up getting rid of, I'll show you in a minute when we actually do it. I end up getting rid of some of the counters and then using a half wall instead. And it just suited the vibe a lot better. Really did. And I really, really like the outcome. I do. I would live here. Within a heartbeat, I would live here. And that's always the test, isn't it? I'm not going to say that word, but I think you guys all know what I was just about to say. But yeah, I've had some really crap news as well. The merch company that I was in talks with, like heavily talks with for the last few weeks, getting contracts and everything ready to sign and la-di-da-di-da, they've emailed me back to say that they are doing a whole like rebrand or something with their company, and therefore they're limiting the amount of new creators they're taking on, so they're not going to be taking me on for merch. So I am pissed off, to be honest with you, because it was just my energy's been wasted in trying to find a merch company, thinking I found one, and then they came along and took a big dump on my chest. I was very fuming about it. So I am now looking at some other merch companies. So the merch is even further off than it was before because I've got to find another company now who will be willing to work with me. So sorry if you guys are looking forward to it, but I did say in the beginning it's going to take months and months for this to come through into fruition. So yeah, we're just going to have to be patient, loves. We are going to have to be patient. But I was really annoyed. And that was a dump on a week that was already shit, and I'm very fuming. But yeah, oh well. Moving on. So you can see I'm doing the living area now, using the chairs from the living room pack from Harry and Felixander, as along with that TV unit, or what I've used for a TV unit. That table, that gorgeous wicker table, is from Peacemaker. I absolutely love it. And I'm going for Harry's, I think this is from the Country Collection, that table. I love that table. I've used that, but then I think I mix it up with a different chair. What chair do I use? Do I use Pierre Sim's new chairs? I think I do, yeah. These are the chairs from Pierre Sim's Oak House collection, but it's part of his office area. He's doing kind of segregated parts to one pack. And that office pack is not out to the general public yet. It's only behind Patreon. So look at those chairs, though. They are gorgeous. I absolutely love them. And it's nice to be able to mix several different custom content creators together and still make it look cohesive. I think that's very, very nice, and I'm for it. And I wanted this whole wall with the wallpaper from the kitchen pack, I think it is. I really wanted to use several art pieces along this wall, almost like a gallery wall, really. Main reasons being, I would imagine an artist of some kind living in this house, considering it's got its own studio and stuff. So I wanted to make that apparent with this place. And lots of greenery as well, lots of plants in here too. Mixtures of brick, concretes, dark browns, greens. That's my vibe. You know, it's my vibe, love. And I needed something easy to build today where I didn't have to think too much because this week it's been hell. I don't know why either. I can't even pinpoint it, but it really has. And I'm wanting it to go to the weekend so I can just decompress, de-stress, and get back to myself, because it's so important. And I think it's so important as well to openly talk about this kind of things, especially when it's your mental health and stuff. I think you should be able to talk freely about it. And I hope you guys, and I know you guys won't mind. I didn't even have to say I hope. I know you guys won't mind. And I think I want to try and humanize myself as much as possible. I'm still a person. I'm still a man standing in front of a woman, asking him to love her. Notting Hill. But no, I'm still a human. Sometimes we get down days, and I'm not going to kind of sugarcoat those down days and like pretend that everything's okay when sometimes it's not, you know? And it's nothing I can pinpoint. As I said, I'm just having one of those weeks. And I'll be back soon. And I always tell myself that you're going to be back out of this soon. You'll be fine. And it's normally true. I normally bounce back after some de-stress time. So cannot wait for the weekend to come, my loves. Very, very excited about it. Yes, I am. I end up putting a little yoga mat down here, darlings. And I think it's a perfect place to do yoga too. So I put it at a bit of a jaunty angle with some candles scattered around it. And also an incense stick as well. For the scent. I've always got to burn an incense stick when I'm doing yoga as well. Weird. But but I just don't feel like I'm doing yoga without a burning of an incense. Really don't. And if you're asking what incense I burn, it's a brand called Satya. It's an Indian brand. And my favorite incense from them is called Tree of Life. My God, guys, if you have not smelt that incense, you really need to. It is gorgeous and I love it. So I would definitely recommend it. Blue, can we stop cleaning the bed, please? I think the bed's clean enough now. Thank you. It's just giving me the side eye now. Very rude. All of Peacemaker in the bedroom, I think, apart from the side tables, they're from Harry. But that, I don't know if that's his new bedroom set, Peacemaker's new bedroom set, but it's gorgeous. There's wardrobes and that side table. This table here is from Pierre Sim as part of that office kind of oak house pack that I was going on about, as is this PC that looks like a Mac. And I ended up using one of Harry and Felix's chairs with it as well, just so it blends in nice. And I didn't want to put any curtains up in these places, so I tried to privatize the place as much as possible by putting plants near the windows, and also I put a little bookcase behind the office area to segregate it. And it really worked. I think it really worked. And it's that one from Eco Lifestyle there. Again, adding more privacy in. Now with this little thing here, I ended up lifting this up, but it was still a bit too small. I put pillars there to try and fix it, and that didn't work. So I actually went in with the tool mod and just sized up that shelving unit slightly. Look at that gorgeous chair. That's from Peacemaker, by the way. I just sized it up slightly so it would fit on the pillars, and it worked, my loves. It really bloody did. Yes, it did. Love that rug as well. That's from Harry and Felix for living room pack. So it's a mixture up here. I thought it was mostly Peacemaker, but all of the bedroom furniture, minus the side tables, are Peacemaker. And then for the final, I go into the bathroom and I use Peacemaker's. I cannot remember the bath set, but it's this one here, the very industrial looking bath set that he recently bought out, and I ended up using that in here, and I just think it looks spiffing. Very plain looking bathroom, but I love this. I really do. Anyway, my loves, I'm going to leave you now. I'm going to leave you with a very short little video tour at the end, so you guys can have a look at this in gameplay. Have a lovely weekend, my darlings, and I will be back, hopefully a lot happier than this week, this Monday. Goodbye, my loves.